Alright, so recently there's this really odd story floating around about this guy named Inquisitor Ghost, who cosplayed as some type of cross between Call of Duty and the Star Wars franchise themselves.
Imagine Ghost as an Inquisitor.
Well, I'm sorry to report, and as many of you probably already know, this guy recently killed himself while he was streaming to his TikTok account of over 280,000 followers, because evidently some people he used to work with, specifically a girl and her boyfriend who I believe used to edit his videos for TikTok, started beefing with this guy. They had a major falling out, and I believe the girlfriend, who is currently 17 years old, thought it would be a bright idea, and I'm sure she partly got this idea from her boyfriend as well, as they were definitely plotting on this guy together to slander him, defame him, and label him as a pedophile. And as a result of that, as a result of all the accusations, the slander, and I'm sure the thousands of messages from people who suddenly wanted to believe that he was the worst kind of human being, scum of the earth, without any kind of proof, evidence, or documentation to back up their claims, this ultimately led to him killing himself on his final TikTok live stream, while thousands and thousands of people watched, including his family and friends. And you can imagine the response his loved ones had when they saw this. They immediately rushed to his place and broke through the window. Now, that, I'm not gonna lie, just gave me chills a little bit. The fact that a young 23-year-old man, decided to end his own life off of the false accusations from literal scumbags infuriates me. Especially with these scumbags still being teenagers, infuriates me even more, because that just lets me know that they're only gonna get worse as they age. These people need to be locked up. They need to be imprisoned for multiple years. They need 100 lashings every day, confined to a 10 by 10 feet cell block, no sunlight, 24/7 darkness, the whole 9 yards, man. This is what I would do, and I honestly don't care if they're minors. Honestly, F them kids, bro. And we're definitely gonna get into the text messages and the crazy ass screenshots I seen, like this one saying from the girlfriend, "My boyfriend said I should get more evidence since the one I have right now isn't enough, and since Inquisitor had minor DNI on his bio, I said I'm not a minor, even though I am." See, it's people like this never even felt the touch of a belt, a chancla, a pan, a spank to the butt, nothing. And I don't care what you people say. This generation is soft as hell. They are devious. They are manipulative. I know, I'm in this generation. And a lot of them, when they do crimes, they're just generally heinous shit, like to hide behind the, "Oh, but I'm a minor. You can't do that to me. I can't face the consequences of my own actions." Like, I don't care. You're still catching these hands.
This popular cosplayer who went by the name of Inquisitor 3 tragically took his own life recently on TikTok Live following a slew of false accusations against him. His home was successfully entered and CPR was performed, but tragically his father has confirmed his passing. He was only 23 years old. His accusers are a 20-year-old man who we only know as Tito, this adult woman who we only know as Keegan's Mask, and Tito's 17-year-old minor girlfriend who we only know as AJ.
By the way, keep in mind, I did find the doxing page of this guy named Tito. I'm not going to be showing it on screen, as that is against TOS. But I do find it odd that according to this page, this man is 21 years old. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is like 17 or 16, and they're out here trying to slander another man as a pet. Meanwhile, their whole entire relationship is basically illegal itself. I mean, you can't make this shit up.
Against Inquisitor 3 began in mid to late September when Tito and his minor girlfriend AJ began exchanging texts like these. AJ asks, "What the f are we gonna do?" Tito responds, "It's not a life or death crisis, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof." However, their attempts didn't work, and as you can see here, when AJ attempts to say things like, "I love you, date me," Inquisitor 3 plainly rejects her, saying, "You should ask in general if you can DM me." She says, "Oh, sorry, can we get to know each other?" Nope. Why? She says, "I'm not a minor," a lie, but he says, I'm not interested, I'm sorry.
Honestly, bro, Tequila, aka Tito's minor girlfriend, you are the worst kind of human being. Like, I get a visceral reaction from people like you. I genuinely think you are a waste of oxygen, a waste of energy, a waste of 9 months that your mom had you in her womb, developing your ass, only to birth you into this world for you to be a complete and utter failure to humanity. You are less than dirt. Your life is as valuable as a summer ant, as low tier God said. Honestly, I hope you never reproduce. We don't need more people like you running around on this planet.
AJ even acknowledges that Inquisitor had minor DNI, which means do not inbox, in his bio, and she chose to still lie. This is her messaging Keegan, talking about how they need to get more evidence. So at the behest of these two adults, Tito and Keegan's mask, AJ then offers to start doing some editing work for Inquisitor 3, which he accepts, believing she is an adult. Once AJ started doing edits for Inquisitor 3, she, Tito, and Keegan's mask began saving any and every message that read as even remotely flirty between the two of them in their campaign against him. But Inquisitor caught on to this and even started to call her out. He said, I'm not a fan of the way you acted. Huh? If you could please stop texting me, you'd be very kind. Damn, what did I do? I just want you to see this. You know me, you know who I am. I never exposed you. I just want to talk with you again. As he becomes more and more wise to the accusations they're starting to make about him, she starts to act even more stupid. He provides screenshots, however, of her saying, you do know he's a, right? I got a lot of proof. He says, so who's this? That's when she starts to say, I didn't do that. Oh, no way. My friend Diana's on my account. He says, bro, get a life. And in early October, after Inquisitor 3 decided to finally stop talking to AJ for good after hearing she was trouble, Keegan's mask led the charge and they launched their attack against him. It wasn't much, but Keegan's mask began sharing these messages out of context in a desperate attempt to paint Inquisitor as a predator. The thing she left out, however, is that these were just enthusiastic responses to him finding that she had created so many edits for him in such a brief amount of time. And also fully believing she's an adult. But because she's a pretty popular girl, Keegan's mask's accusations spread like wildfire, and after multiple days of online and offline attacks, having the worst and heftiest accusations lodged against him, and believing that his life was over, Inquisitor 3 left us.
And of course, I should have you guys know that Keegan's mask, the adult woman in this entire situation, just so we know what she looks like and who she is, here is her face. I want all of us to remember this. I believe this is a photo captured of her face from one of her TikTok streams. And apparently some sleuthy internet detectives found out that she does live in California. And they did find the pinpoint exact place she does live. Now, I'm not going to be sharing that information as that would be against TOS. However, I'm sure you guys can do your own Google searches, do your own investigation if you really want to find her. It's pretty easy. It's all over Twitter, essentially. And yeah, my message to this woman is good luck, bitch. In this digital age, you think anybody is gonna forget about this? Any employer, friends, or family members, people who actually were fans and adored Inquisitor? Oh man, if you actually think that, then boy, I got some beachfront property in Montana to sell you. And as for some of the messages that weren't shown in that video, here we have one from Inquisitor and AJ. Inquisitor says AJ. AJ says Teskio. Inquisitor says I love you so much. Wow, that's very creepy. Telling somebody else you love them because they help you edit your content? Oh my god, so predatory. Another one, AJ said, I'm almost done, just need the shakes, but I gotta eat real quick. Inquisitor responded back by saying, thank you, honey. You have all the time. You can send it when you want. Oh my god, so creepy, so predatory. A content creator telling his editor that take your time, you can send it when you want after you eat? Oh my god, so creepy. Bro, like, AJ responded back by saying, huh? Inquisitor said, I'ma marry you. I'm assuming because she just sent him some fire edits, a video that he really liked a lot. I've been there. Shout out to all the editors who've worked with me in the past. You guys are goated. And I've definitely said some borderline sus things to them before in a show of appreciation. Nothing to do with me being sexually attracted to them, although all of them were male. But with those messages then indicate that I'm some type of creep or weirdo for showing affection or appreciation for the work that they do for me. And there was even some messages between Inquisitor's mods on Discord messaging him about this whole thing. The mod went by the name Jay. He said, hey, so I hate to bring this up. This is in no way a personal attack on you, but there have been some problematic things brought to the mod team on the server. Someone has brought us screenshots of conversations that seem really off, but also we don't feel like we're getting the full story. So we wanted to ask your side for more context. We're not taking any direct action right now. We just want your side of the story. Inquisitor responded back by saying, about what? Jay said, they are accusing you of pedophilia. Inquisitor said, I don't really know why people really are accusing me of this, but I'm certainly not a pedo. I have a 13-year-old sister and 3 little brothers. How could it even be? Jay said, there are old screenshots that claim you were flirting with a 16 to 17-year-old girl. Now, me and the whole mod team don't feel like these are accurate or proclaim the whole story, which is why we reached out. Inquisitor said, did you actually see these things? Or they're just saying this because they hate me somehow? Some people reached out and told me that there are some kids trying to spread this thing to everyone. Jay said there are screenshots, but the conversations feels to be lacking context. And of course, we just saw those screenshots. Even without context, taking those screenshots at face value, how could you ever come to the conclusion that they're creepy? I just failed to see it. Or maybe I'm just not chronically online and I go outside and touch grass and I talk to real people and we talk to each other and look each other in the eyes, and not everything is read over a fucking screen through text. This communication is perfectly fine and does not indicate any type of creepy behavior. But then he provides Inquisitor with the screenshots that I already showed you guys before this. Then Inquisitor reveals to his mod saying, bruh, AJ was my editor, and I treated her like that because she used to make a lot of videos for me. It wasn't like that, and Diana was like a little sister to me. Then his mod said, but she was a minor? Inquisitor says, she is? I don't know. But what's the problem with being nice? Also, they never told me I was somehow making them uncomfortable in any way, because it was kind of clear that I didn't have any intentions rather than being friends and mutuals, and I'm pretty sure they know. His mod then says, all right. Inquisitor says, what do you think, Jay? Like, honestly. Jay says, honestly, the screenshots feel very out of context. Now, I also know the person accusing you, not either on the SS, is also accusing Krake, which makes it feel more sus. But I can't say much as I was not there. Now, I just want to give a shout out to the mod for being mostly unbiased, obviously asking for more context. That is very mature of him. Outside in the real world where most of us exist, this wouldn't have resulted in anything big at all. Had these little fuckers had brought this to an actual lawyer, a police, a precinct, a detective to file a police report, they would have laughed their asses out of the office. This is a complete joke, and I'm begging you, I'm begging Gen Z, because everybody in this situation are Gen Z. Get offline, stop being parasocial, go outside and talk to each other like grown adults. Let's stop the Discord stuff. Let's stop engaging with each other on text. If you have a problem, if you want to talk, let's talk on the phone. Let's meet up at a specific location. Let's FaceTime. I'm telling you right now, I'm stamping this. I'm gonna be the ambassador of leading Gen Z to actually being like normal human beings again, because I'm not gonna stand for this. My own generation literally ending their own lives off of cringe ass Discord DMs between a content creator, his editor, her boyfriend, and some other girl by the name of Masked Keegan. That being said though, rest in peace to this man, and new video tomorrow.